This is Fam Electric Ghost, and this is our continuing series of song deconstructions. Last night, we got in our live recording mode for our workflow that we use hardware, and we decided to do a song that's kind of a Riot Grrrl, Sleater Kinney, who could do, you know, punk, power punk, punk girl type of song that Josephine likes to do. We called it Mercy F. You could drive a bus through our love. Initially, we were just using the DFAM, and then we decided to go to our trusty JDXI, and the combination of using the Arturia BeatStep Pro with the JDXI, we came up with a driving drum beat that we actually used an 1980s drum set that's in the JDXI. It has a lot of low kind of Lin drum characteristics that give it a kind of a Prince sound, like a Purple Rain era, 1999 era drum sound with a kind of driving beat. We used our keytar from the Roland GI sound, and then there is a Moog Mother 32 being routed through a math module to create kind of a driving bass line, synthesized bass. But another synthesized bass is actually on the part two of the JDXI being triggered in sequence through the Arturia BeatStep Pro, which I think I've talked about before, has 3 lines of sequencing. So you can actually have a drum line and then a synth 1 and 2. On top of that, we have synth 2 is actually going to a System 1M, ARIA line modeling behavioral synth, and it's actually the rack mounted version, and that is being sequenced to do some modulation. And then the Mother 32 is running a sequence as well. I think I said that being modified by a math module for Make Noise that I'm learning how to use a little bit better. And so there's a lot of little sonic goodness going under the heavy guitar, but it is our typical Josephine being the lead Riot Grrrl singer for Fam Liquid Ghost in her mode of basically, this song is talking about another relationship that's kind of on the rocks, and she's saying that it's so bad you could drive a bus or a truck through it, and then what kind of love is that, you know, and are you just being with me to be like a mercy um, sexual uh, liaison, and which her definition of that is a mercy fuck. And so that's typical Josephine being a little out there, being very aggressive, being kind of like what she is just very free with what she's going to say and how she feels, and this is an expression of her freedom and her attitude is kind of this carefree attitude, and also tell the truth. If she feels it's not working, she's going to say it. If she feels that it's not what she wants it to be, she's going to express it. And that's why I like using Josephine as my foil, is my alter ego to express these kind of things. Coming from a different perspective instead of the male perspective, comes from the female perspective, and just doing a punk sound that is inspired by a lot of the great female punk acts, Susie and the Banshees, and the heavier acts, um, Joan Jett, and anybody that really gets into a lot of the original heavy punk artists. That's the kind of vibe I like to go with. Throw a little. Who should do is always a name check. I always point that out in the Clash and the Replacements. And lately, I've been really into Joy Division and putting a lot of Joy Division um, into what I try to do. So this song is out there on the SoundCloud, and we did it within probably like 3 takes doing this song, and we really like the third take as the version that we used. We would love to see what happens if we use the Roland Axe Edge on this. In this terms of performance, we're very excited about eventually getting that synth. We're also very interested in what Roland has just put out without that much fanfare is the new VT4 vocoder. We've been using for the last 6 months the VTO3, which has really created Josephine and Stephanie in the fandom's voices in a more defined way than we did with the JDXI. Now, JDXI we used for a lot of years, used it for the first three Family Electric Ghost albums, and for a lot of stuff we did on Bandcamp. But all this year we'll be using the VTO3, which has megaphone and format controls and just some better defined vocals that we like. We're also using our studio electronics stage microphone or studio microphone with shielding. We find that also boosts the quality of the signal on top of using our Zoom R24, which has more headroom. So all those things have this actually created a better vocal environment for Josephine and Stephanie. The VT4 now has the ability to do this type of editing for podcast. So this opens up something that we've been working on. We actually have a Josephine Electric anchor that we haven't really kicked off yet. We had a couple of little test episodes, but we want to use the new capabilities for USB audio through podcasting, because this particular VT device actually can connect to your computer or your smartphone and do the editing there, and then when you go to do your podcast, you can have your synthesized voice as part of the podcast or the Facebook Live event, which we already use it for Facebook live shows. When we're using our full rig, we're just interested in its capability on a smartphone. So hopefully the interface for smartphones on this works. Potentially, maybe you have to link it to the Roland Go Mixer and then bring it in, which might be a way of doing it. And the Go Mixer has an XLR on it now, so maybe it's a combined. I'm thinking that you can use this. Hopefully, the attachment has a lightning attachment to the phone. I haven't really looked into it. I gotta ask, does the VT4 actually have a lightning adapter to go right to a smartphone or micro USB to be able to get into a phone? That's something I want to know. Or do you have to end up using the Go Mixer to do that? Which would seem like if you're going to do Facebook, it should work directly to the smartphone. That's something I'm going to ask our Sweetwater rep to find out what that's about. So we are going to be doing an interview with Christina Passion, which we had interviewed her several times on Spearmint, which was our original podcast. She's got a really cool video on Instagram and YouTube for a new single. And we're going to talk to her about her craft and what she does. She's a Canadian pop star, singer and dancer. And we've talked to her before, like I said, and we've got some of her stuff out there. We republished our Spearmint interviews with her. So if you go on to Anchor, you can see that. And then we just get to our closing businesses. Like, we're fan supported. If you want to help us out, subscribe to our podcast, and you'll be able to get one of the first three Family Electric Ghost albums on CD from Amazon.com. And this will help us get equipment like a VT4 and be able to continue interviewing people and do less Ubering on the weekends to support our music habits. So continue to support indie artists by buying their merch, buying their records, buying their vinyl, going to their shows, talking them up, subscribing to their social media. That's how you help artists. Please don't bootleg or rip songs without paying for it through a legitimate streaming service, or actually downloading and buying albums rather than streaming. Though I know that's like maybe not the trend today, but if you love an artist and really want to support them, download their full album from iTunes or from Amazon so that they actually get paid. That's how you can show the love to your artist. Streaming is good, but it doesn't actually pay the artist. So if you want the artist to keep on doing what you love, it's a good idea to buy the physical copy or the download copy, not just stream. So thank you.